The cobwebs of preseason have officially been dusted off, and the engines of Chelsea's 2025-26 campaign are beginning to roar into motion. As excitement bubbles through the air at Cobham, one moment has stolen the spotlight and fired up the hearts of the Chelsea faithful. The first full training session of Brazilian wonder kid Estevão Willian in Chelsea blue. The arrival of the 17-year-old prodigy, dubbed Messinho, back home in Brazil, has been the subject of global anticipation. And as of this week, he's officially taken his first steps on English soil with the Chelsea senior squad. Adding more fuel to the excitement is the return of Malo Gusto, the energetic French right-back who had missed the tail end of last season with muscle complications, and Joao Pedro, the versatile Brazilian attacker who is now fully integrated following a minor injury in preseason. Their availability marks a key turning point in Mauricio Pochettino's preparations as the squad slowly begins to resemble the complete machine he envisions for the long road ahead. The arrival of Estevão Willian, a new era begins. It was just a few weeks ago that Chelsea officially confirmed Estevão's early arrival from Palmeiras. Initially scheduled to join the squad in 2025, the Blues fast-tracked the teenager's integration after Palmeiras were eliminated early in the Copa Libertadores. That early exit, combined with Chelsea's aggressive planning for the future, opened the door for Estevão to touch down in London sooner than expected. From the moment he walked onto the Cobham training pitch, it was clear this wasn't just any young player being thrown into the mix. Dressed in full Chelsea gear, Estevão was flanked by his translator, coaching staff, and a few of his new teammates. But the boy didn't look overawed. Cameras captured his confident stride, warm smile, and even a cheeky nutmeg on a first-team defender that sparked smiles across the pitch. His ball control, spatial awareness, and quick bursts of acceleration were evident within the first 15 minutes of rondo sessions. Despite being one of the smallest players physically on the pitch, he possessed the aura of someone born for this stage. "He's sharp, very sharp," remarked one Chelsea coach. "He reads the space like someone 10 years older." Tactical role in Pochettino's system. Pochettino has long craved a right-sided attacker who can operate between the lines, cut inside, and offer combination play with the midfielders and overlapping fullbacks. Estevão fits this mold almost perfectly. In early drills, the coaching staff positioned him in wide and central roles, mirroring how Lionel Messi was integrated into Barcelona's system in the early 2000s. During 7v7 sessions, Estevão was seen linking up neatly with Christopher Nkunku, playing 1-2s with Enzo Fernandez, and making darting runs behind defenders when Conor Gallagher or Carney Chukwuemeka found space. One particular moment caught attention when Estevão collected the ball on the half-turn, ghosted past two markers, and laid off a perfectly weighted through ball for Malo Gusto to whip into the box. It was an early indicator that this young star is not just hype, he's intelligent, adaptable, and fearless. Malo Gusto returns. The right side reignites. Another significant boost for Chelsea fans was the full return of Malo Gusto, who missed the closing months of the 2024-25 campaign. The Frenchman had suffered a hamstring injury in April, and his recovery had been carefully managed to avoid setbacks. Now back to full fitness, Gusto looked lean, strong, and ready to reclaim his place as Chelsea's first-choice right-back. During his first full session back, Gusto wasted no time getting involved, charging up and down the right flank with his usual energy. His chemistry with Estevão was immediate. With the Brazilian often drifting infield, Gusto took on the responsibility of stretching the width, overlapping constantly, and delivering low crosses into dangerous areas. Chelsea's medical team confirmed that the 21-year-old has completed his recovery and is 100% available for competitive matches. His return brings balance to the backline and reopens the possibility for Reece James to be used in a hybrid right center-back role, a tactical tweak that Pochettino used to great effect during James's injury spells. Joao Pedro fully fit, a new dynamic in attack. Elsewhere, Joao Pedro, who arrived from Brighton earlier in the summer, is finally training at full capacity. After a slight knock in his preseason opener, the Brazilian was sidelined for 2 weeks. But this week he rejoined the main group and looked sharp in possession, aggressive in pressing, and vocal in team drills. Joao Pedro brings a different kind of energy compared to Chelsea's other forwards. He can operate as a false nine, attacking midfielder, or even out wide. His link-up with Estevão during training hinted at a Brazilian bond that could develop further. One particular passage of play stood out. Pedro dropped into midfield to receive the ball, flicked it first time to Estevão, who turned and fed the overlapping Gusto, resulting in a near goal during the simulation drills. Having Joao Pedro and Estevão operating in tandem, supported by Gusto's surging overlaps, gives Chelsea an entirely new avenue of creativity. Pochettino will no doubt be smiling at the tactical combinations now at his disposal. What it means for Chelsea's front line. With Estevão showing early signs of brilliance, Gusto returning to full fitness, and Joao Pedro rounding into form, Chelsea's right flank now looks potent again, something the team sorely lacked in stretches last season. Pochettino will need to juggle playing time across a crowded front line that includes Raheem Sterling, Cole Palmer, Mykhailo Mudryk, Nkunku, and potentially Noni Madueke. But the addition of Estevão and the full fitness of Gusto and Pedro could be the tactical refresh needed to push Chelsea back into serious contention for domestic and European success. In closed-door discussions, insiders suggest that Pochettino sees Estevão not just as a rotation piece, but as someone who could make 15-20 starts this season, especially in cup matches, lower-pressure league fixtures, and in rotational plans during congested periods. Future prospects: Brazilian flair meets blue blood. Estevão's arrival, coupled with Pedro and Gusto's development, signals Chelsea's deeper strategic ambition to build a team not only for the present, but for a sustained future. The club's recruitment of young, technically gifted talents, from Andre Santos to Kendry Páez, shows a clear intention to build around youth, and in Estevão, they may have just acquired the crown jewel. Mauricio Pochettino, known for his work with young talents like Dele Alli, Harry Kane, and Luke Shaw, is viewed as the perfect manager to guide Estevão through his early years. "We'll manage him carefully," Pochettino stated, "but talent like this, you don't hide it." Behind the scenes, Estevão's first day vibes, kit number reveal. Estevão has been handed the number 27 shirt, the same one Reece James wore during his breakthrough. Welcomed by legends, he was personally welcomed by Thiago Silva, who gave him a brief tour of the training complex before joining drills. Video introduction: Chelsea's media team released a short documentary-style video showing Estevão's first training touches, his locker setup, and behind-the-scenes photos with Joao Pedro and Gusto. Final thoughts: a glimpse into Chelsea's evolving identity. This week's training sessions offered more than just fitness check-ins or tactical rehearsals. They offered a glimpse into what Chelsea could become: a dynamic, youth-powered team built on flair, intensity, and a bold vision for the future. Estevao Willian may be young, but his impact is already being felt. Malo Gusto is back to doing what he does best. Joao Pedro looks hungry and sharp, and the squad is beginning to gel in ways that suggest the Blues might just be on the cusp of something special. With more friendlies scheduled and Premier League kickoff just around the corner, Chelsea fans can take heart in one thing: the future isn't coming, it's already here.